If you want to be more efficient and effective while experiencing more inner peace, then working on the core of your issues instead of putting on a Band-Aid is vital. Welcome to LifePix University podcast. I'm your host, Esty Rapport, and here to help you improve your 28 cognitive functions, the 28 things that make up thinking. In each episode, we'll discuss a real-life challenge, why you might be struggling with it, and give you practical strategies so all areas of your life will improve. You know those days when you've got so much to do, but absolutely zero motivation? We all have those days. And when too many of them pile up on top of each other, it doesn't end up having a good result. In this episode, we'll discuss what to do to help you keep moving forward. That's what's coming up next on the LifePix University podcast, episode 375. But first, want a super easy to understand, super easy to implement resource on cognitive functions? I've got you. Grab your copy of your essential guide to cognitive functions at lifepixuniversity.com/guide. That's LifePix, P-I-X, university.com/guide. For today's real life challenge, imagine you have a ton to do, but you don't want to get out of bed. There are employees waiting for replies, deadlines to meet, and clients who are waiting for you. What do you do? Ready? Let's do this. Human beings don't like doing things just because. Naturally, in order to be motivated, you've got to understand why you're doing what you're doing. So that if you don't know the deep reason why, not just like, okay, because I need to make money, but like really the deep reason why you're doing it, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to do it. And you are not going to have a lot of motivation. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do the 7 levels deep exercise. Ready? Let's figure out your deep motivation, your deep why. Grab a pen and paper and ask yourself right on top, big bold letters, why am I doing this? The thing that I have to do. So let's say, for example, why do I have to speak to Charlie? If that's the thing that you're like pushing off, or why do I have to do the laundry, or why do I have to pay my bills, or whatever it is, right? And the thing that you're procrastinating and you're not having the motivation to do. Then once you have your answer, you're going to write the question, write the answer. Once you have your answer, you're going to repeat the answer in question form. So you're going to say why the answer. Let's give to an example, okay? Question number 1, why do I need to speak to Charlie? Answer number 1, to expand my network. Now we're going to take that answer and we're going to transfer it into question. Question number 2, why do I need to expand my network? Answer number 2, so more people get to know about my business. And then you continue. You're going to take answer number 2 and you're going to turn it into another question. Question number 3, why do more people need to know about my business? And you're going to do this 7 times. By the time you get to the end, by the time you've done this 7 times, you should hit a really deep reason why you are doing what you are doing. Do you actually have to do the task that you don't want to do? Because sometimes we think we have to do something because we've been doing it for so long, but maybe someone else could do it. Like mowing the lawn. You hate mowing the lawn, and maybe you found a deep reason why, because you could have a clean lawn for your family to spend time with and for your kids to hang out and run and play. But maybe it doesn't have to be you the one to do it. Maybe for $20, you could hire the kid next door to do it. He's really happy he made $20 and you're really happy you didn't have to mow the lawn. So I'm going to challenge you. Do you actually have to do it? Now, if you do have to do it, because many times we still have to do the things that we don't want to do, then how can you make it fun? Can you do it with a friend? Maybe you could speak to your friend on the phone while you both clean your house. How about you put on blasting music? Maybe you get dressed up for it. What else can you do so that way it is fun for you to do it? The next point is about working with your brain. Some people like options. Some people don't. Some people don't like being told what to do. And when you give them options, they have much more intrinsic motivation because they chose to do it. While others, if they have options, they just get confused, they just get overwhelmed, and that reduces their motivation. So you press pause for a moment, figure out what is it for you. Are you the type of person that needs options? and needs to decide yourself what to do, or needs one option, only having one thing to do, and that's going to help you do it. Based on that, you're going to plan your day. Based on that, you're going to work. Based on that, you're going to set up systems and methods of working with yourself so that way you stay motivated. Okay, now my favorite way to get motivated is to reduce time. The faster you start something from the time that you decided till actually doing it, less of a problem you're going to have with motivation, because your brain's not going to have time to think about all the reasons why I should or what I shouldn't, and why is it so hard and whatever. If you've decided, or you're thinking about, I'm doing this, and you know that this is a good idea, even if you're scared, even if you don't like it, even if you're not interested, just go and do it. You will be so thankful of yourself afterwards. Now, you could also try to set up systems around your life so that way there is no time between when you have to do something and actually getting it started. I'll give you an example. I always like to do my most important task in the morning, because that way I know as the day goes on, life gets busier and we do less and less of the things that we've planned to do. So every single day, the night before, when I plan my day, I plan what's going to be my most important task. And then what I do is I open up all the documents, I open up all the websites, so to open up everything that I'm going to need to do on my computer, or if it's like other piece of paper that it needs, I set it all out. So that way in the morning, I could just roll out of bed and get to work. I don't have to be like, where's that document? What app is it on? What's the passcode? And then what am I doing? I'm making space. I'm making time between actually doing my task. So I want you to challenge yourself. Where else is there somewhere in your life where you could prepare beforehand, so that way by the time when it comes to the task, there's no space in between. You could just get to it right away, right? So if you like to work out as soon as you come home from work, or maybe as soon as you wake up in the morning, prepare your workout clothing right by your bed or right by the doors. So right when you come home, you could change into your workout clothing and go right away. Or even better, if you go straight to the gym, have your gym clothes in the car, so that way you don't have to go home, pick up this up, change, have your gym clothes so you can take your bag all prepared right away and go to the gym. Again, you see, reducing time. Now, another way to reduce time is to literally reduce the time allotted to the task that you've decided to do. As Parkinson's law states, work expands as so to fill the time available for its completion. However long you leave for a task is how long it's going to take you to do. So if you're dreading a task, reduce the time. I always know things that I don't like to do. I say, okay, I'm shaving 5 minutes and I have to just get done. And it usually takes me half hour. Now I'm only letting myself have 25 minutes, and I'm going to make sure to be done in this 25 minutes. We've got to end this episode by reminding ourselves of developing a growth mindset. Many times we don't have the motivation to do something because it's hard. A growth mindset enjoys a challenge. Just don't forget to compliment yourself for the progress. Today, we spoke about a whole bunch of ways to develop intrinsic motivation. That's motivation that comes from the inside, that comes from you without like a carrot being dangled in front of you. This way, next time you don't want to get out of bed, or before next time you don't get out of bed, you're prepared and you've got tools to deal with it. Okay, quick recap. Understand why. Do the 7 levels deep exercise. Number 2, ask yourself, do you actually have to do this? Number 3, make it fun. 4 is work with your brain. If you like options, give yourself options. If you don't like options, don't give yourself options. Number 5, reduce the time on getting started on the task. Number 6, reduce the time on actually doing the task. And number 7, develop a growth mindset. Your challenge today is to pick one of these 7 tips we spoke about and practice it this week. Maybe more than one of them. That would be awesome. This way, your intrinsic motivation goes up. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you next week.
That's all for this episode of the Life Kicks University podcast. If you enjoyed it, please share it with 2 of your family and friends so they too can gain from it, and you'll be helping us reach our goal of 1 million downloads by the end of 2025. Have an awesome rest of your day and grow those dendrites.